Okay, so in about 10 minutes or less, I'm going to try to explain, I'm going to try to give you a walkthrough of some of the important points that I think that this quest is trying to teach you. The main point here, I think, is that the quest wants you to know about the concept of the course shell. So you can make you can make a whole online course. A student can take a course that is built. It's this built thing that exists on the web. And then once it's built and it has all of its videos and it has text documents and it has assessments, maybe through, maybe they submit work through Dropboxes, maybe they take quizzes, maybe students interact through discussion boards, maybe they build a wiki together. They do a variety of things in this built course, but once it's built, and let's say it's a good build, the cool thing about it is that you can share it and you can reuse it. I guess the main thing is you would reuse it for yourself, but sharing has a lot of potential for K-12 schools because you guys don't have a lot of time. And, you know, if a few of you get together, you can actually create sort of lesson modules. So you don't have to build a whole course. You can build just a 3-week lesson module. Let's say you want to experiment with something like self-paced learning and you want the students to work on things at their own pace, kind of like what you're doing in this tool course, where you could create an online module that folks at different schools could even have their students use, and you could share it through Blackboard. You can export it from the original course that it was developed in, and then the teachers that at a different school can open up their Blackboard and they can import it. And you're not going to learn how to do all of that through this quest. The main point of this quest is for you to just understand that you can do that. And that's a pretty powerful thing to be able to do that. So let's assume you build something really good. Well, you can build it and you can share it. And of course, you can reuse it year after year, which is something we really want you to do when you're in K-12 and not have to reinvent the wheel every year. So I'm going to go into course sites first, which is basically Blackboard. Let me call it Blackboard. But we're going to use the free Blackboard. But it works exactly like your Blackboard, although it may have a few changes because Cobb County Schools customized your Blackboard version. So they've added some tweaks. So your Black Cobb doesn't look exactly the same, but in terms of the way it functions, it's pretty much the same thing. So let's go check out Blackboard first. We're going to go to Course Sites by Blackboard. And then we're going to log in here using the login that I put inside of the course, the Georgia Swamp Tiger login. Okay. Click Login. All right, I'm not going to save the password. All right, so what we see over here is similar to what you see when you go into your Cobb. You see your classes over on the right. And so I've created 3 course sections just for you guys to play around in. How to plant a vegetable garden, how to restore antique furniture, and how to teach an aardvark to shake hands. Those are my 3 blank courses. There's nothing in them right now. But I'm actually going to go into the vegetable garden one, the very first one, and demonstrate what it is they were trying to help you do in the Georgia virtual learning course. It could be I'm doing it wrong, but I don't think so. So you can preview the course material that you're going to make. It's an intro to digital citizenship module, and it exists here in this other place. Okay, so it's a digital citizenship course. It's on this website. It was created in SoftChalk, and it navigates. You can look at the different pages this way. But the goal is to import the content. So content includes this image, this text, these audio files. So here's an audio file embedded right here. There's various objects that are that this course is made out of that you can pull out of this and put into other ones. And this is tricky. It's very tricky importing from a different system. This is not Blackboard. We're trying to import this into an actual learning management system. And I think that's part of the problem with this process. I am telling you that there's a problem because I've tried it multiple times today. Okay, so the materials here, they zipped it into a zip package here, so I'll go ahead and download that. I'm going to let that download in the background while you're on pause. I only need to download it once, though, for both the Blackboard and the D2L demo that I'm going to do for you. While that's downloading, I'm going to go into my How to Plant a Vegetable Garden course. So I just clicked on it. And inside of it, it tries to help you out and offer you prompts. So in a moment, it'll pop up with this quick setup guide. I'm going to just, and you can do all these things, customize your course. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'm going to go find the help page, the Blackboard Help for Instructors. This is also in your Blackboard. So this is a panel that you see. This course management panel's got all these tools. This is where you do your grading. This is where you, sort out your users, give them different privileges. You do all kinds of crazy stuff in here. If you check out the course tools, you see all the different types of tools you can incorporate into a Blackboard section, journals. And the customization section is pretty interesting. There's a teaching style option that Blackboard has offered where you can do different approaches. I haven't really played with it a lot, but it's something you guys, since you use Blackboard, you might want to check it out. So we've got different course structures like constructivism, experiential learning, project format, lab format. And so you may find that there's a format in there that works better for you than just the default. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the Blackboard Help for Instructors to show you that we've got some instructions that can help us with importing that zipped file that I just downloaded. You can import that into the course. The file did download, by the way, and I'm going to show it in the folder. It's in my downloads folder, just to let you know. That's where it's located. So when I put it back up into this course, well, when I put it into the course, I know where you have to know where you downloaded it. So just be aware of that. So within this Blackboard help area, I found the import class packages. We're going to, on the control panel, we're going to expand the packages and utilities section and select import packages, package view logs. Then we're going to click import package. All right, so let's go ahead and undertake that. So over here, again, we're in the course management section. I'm going to collapse these. We want the packages and utilities. And we want import package / view logs. That's what it told us right here. Then we want to click import package. And then we're going to provide the path to the class package or click browse to search for the package. And hit import package like it told us. Okay. And destination course ID, this is its course ID. When I set it up, you have to give it a course ID. You just kind of make it up. Just make up a little key. And you select a package. I'm going to browse my computer. I'm in my downloads folder. I'm selecting the zipped folder. You don't need to unzip it. Hit open. And select course materials. So let me pause a second and look at the instructions again. Okay, back on the instructions page. We clicked browse. We browsed to my package. We select the class materials to include, and we click submit. Okay. And there's more instructions for doing other things, but it should work when you do that. So I'm here now, I'm back in the course. I'm going to select course materials. I'm going to select all. I'll take anything within that package. Anything. We're not sure what's in it exactly, but we're going to just accept it all and click submit. And if you notice down here in the corner, it says uploading 2% because it's several megabytes worth of file and I'm uploading on slow internet. So I'm going to put you on pause, go brush my teeth, and I'll be back. This is an online learning course. Okay, so it actually took about 30 minutes to import that. I don't know if it's the laptop or if it's the evening time and I have competing people on the network on the Wi-Fi right now. But anyway, imported it. It says it imported it with errors. And then you can have logs that show you. But the point is that normally when you import, especially if you were to import something from another Blackboard course, instead of what we did, we imported from a different type of course. I think there was some kind of incompatibility. But what you guys would normally do is you would want to build in Blackboard, and then you can share, you can export what you build, and other people can import it. And generally speaking, that does not have issues. I've used Blackboard, a different version of Blackboard for years in the past, and it works very well. You have to figure out the steps, and you use your helping tool, and it'll tell you how to import and export, and it's very doable. So my point is that I think that if you were to try doing what this tool course had recommended, you might also encounter error messages. I'm not sure it's worth your time, I think the main point is that it actually generally does work correctly. But again, if you go across platforms, that's a challenge, and that's normally not done. Normally at the K-12 teacher level, you're not going to have to be importing and exporting online learning modules across platforms. That's what your technical support folks are for. I mean, you're welcome to try it, but they're there to help you do that kind of thing. So let's see. I had told you that I would show you the same process in the D2L section, but I have changed my mind. I'm not going to show you that process in D2L, but what I am going to do in D2L, if you want to stay with me, I'm going to show you how easy it is to export, or rather import from another class. It's a similar, it's not going to be the exact same process for Blackboard, but it's kind of the same general idea. And so it might be helpful just to see how easy it is once you've built something that's decent. So one of you star science teachers, 7th grade life science teachers, you build something amazing, and then others want to use it. It's really pretty easy. And it might take a little learning in the very beginning, and you might have to type up the steps, or you might have to bookmark the page that tells you the steps. But then once you do it a few times, it's pretty easy, and that's also where you can maybe bring in your technical support at Cobb, if you can get a hold of them, to help you. So why don't we go look at D2L? We're going to look at a class that I've got built currently. This is a class I'm teaching right now this summer. It's integrating technology in the curriculum. It's got 6 sessions, and we'll just go look at the content very quickly. I'll look at session 2. That's what they're working. I'll look at session 3. That's what they're working on this week. And so what my sessions look like is, I'll just show you very quickly, and then we'll go ahead and import it into this other thing. I welcome them with a video walkthrough of the module. I give them a reminder about the course plan. I'm going to click to the right here now. I give them a checklist. They can check off items as they do them. I'll go ahead and go to the next page. Then they have their session 3 activities. What are the things they're doing? They're going to do a reading response. They have to download this PDF, read it. They submit their readings responses to this Dropbox, which if they click it, it flies open to another page. The Dropbox itself contains further instructions. They're going to make a podcast on the BYOT phenomenon, also known as BYOD, as you guys know. And they're going to submit it through the BYOT podcast. So here's some short instructions. Then they can go to this for long instructions and, all kinds of good information. And then they're going to participate in a BYOT Twitter chat. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click through. We've got a page on the educational uses of podcasting. They explore various examples of podcasting in education. That's just sort of for enrichment. And then we end with an interview that I conducted with an Atlanta area administrator in a different county, not Cobb, but nearby. You guys might know some people there. And they're talked about their BYOT implementation. So it's a 20-minute Voices from the Field video. It's a pretty simple little module, and all the modules kind of have that same structure. They always have a project, a hands-on project in them, and then they also have usually a kind of a reading and maybe a more direct instruction type of thing. So it's a mix of constructionist, where they construct things, and they also have to sort of learn and read, sort of in a more traditional way. Okay, so that's the course. There's 6 of those modules, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to a different section. It is an empty section called Spring Semester 2011, MEDT 3402. And it is empty. As you can see, there's no content to display. But let's pretend like this is an empty course shell, and you want Rhonda's amazing course materials in yours. Well, and again, the process is very similar in Blackboard. But what I'm going to do is, now you have to have, Rhonda would have to let you, in the Rhonda example, she might have to let you have a certain kind of access to her course. But actually, that's getting too detailed. Let's not worry about that. If you guys are really interested in practicing this and applying this and, shifting course shells across the universe, I can help you with that. I'd be happy to do that. And I know this video is going over, and if you feel like you've gotten the point, just hang it up, turn it off. I think you get it. But you could talk about these steps. This could be part of what you describe in a paragraph for your blog post for the quest. All right, so we're going to go to import, export, copy components. And then I'm going to copy components from another org unit. So in my organization, I'm going to search for the offering. And this is a nice feature in D2L. BlackBoard may have this as well. It didn't used to 5 years ago in the previous version, but course sites, I would not be surprised if you can do this now. I'm going to search for the offering while you're on. Okay, and I found it. I did a keyword search for the word 2014 because there's a lot of options in here. And I'm going to select that. I'm going to add selected. Then I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to, I could click copy. Well, I'll go ahead and click copy all components. This will take a few minutes, maybe. All right, so what I'm going to do is put you on pause while it's processing. It's going to do various things, and then it's going to start making little, it's going to show me little signs of progress, like it'll type up lines about what all it's done. And I may unpause you occasionally while the process is going on. Oh, looks like the copy completed. So I'll go ahead and view content. So back to the home page, of the course. I can click in content now, and see I'm in spring semester 2011. I can click content, and I can click on session 1, and I can go ahead and enter that session module and click through it. And for a K-12 situation, you're not fully online, you probably won't be, but you may be able to create a self-paced module or a guided module that uses the online section and the components in it and the interactive qualities that you might get in discussion boards or through Dropboxes. Not that that's interactive, but that's a way to submit certain kinds of work that might actually be better than doing it on paper. Like if you're having students create online artifacts, it actually makes a lot of sense to submit those through an electronic Dropbox. But there may be a way for you to build something that you can use. Maybe there's something that you build that you use BlackBoard for, or maybe you use it twice a year, like once each semester for some project where it's you bring in the mobile laptop cards, or you use iPads to go through it. So anyway, I've shown you how you can import and export, and that was the main point of the quest. You guys will have access to this course through the login that I've given you. And just remember, when you come in here, you can change the user right here. You can change the role to students. You can actually see how the course looks a little bit different for the student. Like their view of the Dropbox is a student view rather than an administrative teacherly view. Their view of grades is, shows their grades. Not that there's any grades here, but their view of content is a little bit cleaner than the teacher view. The teacher has all these other features that they can mess with. So anyway, that might be easier way to look at it if you wanted to just poke around. And you're welcome to change anything you want. I mean, you can't break it. So that's that. I'm sorry I went over my time, but I wanted to make sure I made all the points that I needed to and that I had promised. I hope this helps you to see why this is a valuable thing to understand. And let me know if you have any questions.